What if everything that you were taught in school was all a lie? What if the Earth is flat and the sun revolves around the Earth? What if Australia isn't real? There's been a long and ongoing debate on whether Australia is real or just a worldwide hoax. And now, I know what you're thinking. What is this random kid talking about? How could Australia possibly be a hoax? Well, my friend, I'm here to tell you just why Australia is not real, should be banned from all history books. As many of you may have been taught, Australia is a country in the southwest region of the world, takes up most of the land in a continent called Oceania. It is said that in 1788, the first fleet of British ships had arrived to Australia. Sources say the conditions were horrible and inhumane. These British ships were filled with prisoners, many of which died on the way to the land down under, where it only gets worse. Many of the guards who watched over the foul criminals and even wrongfully convicted innocents beat the inmates senseless. They did, however, still have to feed the criminals, making the expenditures rise as they had more mouths to feed. My first point of reasoning is that this global phenomenon was majorly caused by the British government. Australia is just a hoax made by the British. According to Michael Hafford, 2017, quote, Australia was a British hoax to justify a genocide of their criminal population, end quote. This factual evidence gives a brief understanding of how the Brits did in fact make up Australia. What this is saying is that back when the British supposedly moved all of their criminal population to their own island, they actually committed mass genocide. It is simply unreasonable to take what is now an entire country and even thought of to be an entire continent by some fellow intellectuals, and to take that and turn it into a snug little home just for some lousy criminals. That makes no sense. In fact, it would have been so much easier to just kill them all and save food, money, land, power, and time. There is no possible way that a country with such little territory at the time would claim another entire gigantic country, bigger than what they already have, as just a safe space for criminals. This so-called new country is obviously faked. Now, let me ask you this. If the British did discover an entire new gargantuan habitable land, why would they send their lousy criminals to take up land instead of settling more people there and growing more power? My second reason that proves Australia such a blatant lie is how absurd the species that reside there are. According to a list made by Brains.org of their top 10 scariest animals in the world, almost every single one of them are only found in Australia. For example, kangaroos. Are we really supposed to believe that an animal that can jump unimaginably far, can literally kickbox, can cause massive damage to humans, and has a pouch for its young is real? Not only that, but kangaroos, as well as many other deadly species, are only found in Australia. These species sound straight out of someone's imagination. This just makes no logical sense. How could such powerful animals, and even some insects that could easily kill humans, if they wanted, not only let those humans invade their entire territory, but just stay there not doing anything? There's no way this unethical lie should be believed any further as truth. Now, many people will say, but Australia has to be real. I've clearly seen it on maps. This point is simply unorthodoxy. If this is your reasoning for such a terrible argument, you probably play Fortnite. There are many things that could simply make it seem like it was there the whole time. The modern tools such as Photoshop are getting more powerful as time goes on. People are photoshopping maps. People are teaching it to students as right. Any average person could simply go online and Photoshop Australia to any map they want. However, this misleads many people and many children in schools. This should stop. No, This needs to stop. In conclusion, there is no logical way that Australia exists. It's just a hoax made by the British to cover up their genocidal mistake. Taking a look at their animals and how unreasonable they are, as well as how easy it is to fake maps with modern day tools, just proves this point. Australia shouldn't be taught to kids as a real place because it is false information. We need to fix this. And if you made it to this point in the video, still don't believe my truth, my holy gospel, then you're an absolute numbnut and should eat a dish rag.
Everybody was Kung Foo
Fooey.
Those kids were fastest.
Fooey.